Hello everyone, welcome to the How to Make Blah 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 series. During this series, I'll go through different models that are commonly seen in Roblox games and make sure you'll be able to make and use them in yours as well. Before we start, please subscribe and turn on notification if you haven't yet, and please leave a like and share to your friends. Last video we talked about how to move objects around using twine surface. Today we are going to talk about how to move pairs around. For sure you can still use twine surface to move pairs around, but what if you want to skip the moving animation and change the location of the pair instantly? Today we are going to talk about teleport. And since teleport is so widely used in all sorts of games, we are going to create our own module script with a couple teleport function in it. Before we move on to create the teleport functions, let's explain a little bit on what is a module script. In simple words, you can treat module script as your own library of custom functions. Since we are talking about teleport today, let's use this as an example. Let's say in your game you have 100 different teleporters and all points to different destinations. Without a module script, what you're going to do is to create 100 different teleporter script and put them under the teleporter block. It sounds not that bad, right? Now think about this. What if you want to have the pair spin around 3 times before teleport? First of all, good luck finding all those 100 teleport scripts without missing any of them. Then you'll have to go back to every single one of them to add the spin around 3 times script. Still not sounds too bad? What if you decide to change the 3 spin to 4 spin, cause it looks better that way? Then how about after that, you find out spinning 4 times make the character too dizzy and decide to change it back to 3. The solution of this is very simple. Instead of creating 100 different scripts, we create one module script and call that module script when we need it. All the changes and modification can be done in the module script, and no need to find all those 100 different scripts and change them one by one. So module script is that handy? Should we put all script as a module script then? Well, technically you can, but if the script you are putting in the module is only used once or twice, it defeats the purpose, and you might as well just put them in a normal script. The main purpose of module script is to group repeating cookies into one centralized module. More than likely, these cookies are universal enough that you can reuse the module in all of your games. Alright, now you've got the concept of module script. Let's move on to create our first teleport module. First of all, we create a module script called TeleportModule in ServerScriptService. This is the location you will put all your server scripts. If you don't know what is a server script, what is a client script, don't worry about it for now. Just put your script here and I'll make a video to explain the difference between server and clients later. And once you open up the script, you see there's a template. You can change the name of the module to whatever you want. I usually just leave it as a module. Since the name of the script already tells me that it is a teleport module, I really have no point to rename it inside. But please leave a comment below if you have a better reason of renaming this. Let's say you rename it to ABC. All the module functions you create in this module will be something like abc.functionName rather than module.functionName. It's really a personal preference and will not impact anything outside of this module or how this module being called. Now we're going to create a function inside the template. Let's call it module.TeleportPlayer. First thing we're going to do is to decide on which arguments we're going to take as inputs. Since this script is for teleporting pairs, we for sure will need to have a pairs as an argument, right? And then we also need the destination position. Then we can start checking the variables and to see if the pairs has a character object. If all good, then we're going to move the CFrame of the primary part of the character, which is the humanoid part, to the destination position. You can see that I have added a factor 3 or 4 stud on top of the destination position. This is to ensure that after the teleport, the character will not stuck to the destination part. Now we have completed the module function. Let's try to call it using a teleporter part. First of all, we create 2 parts. One for the teleporter, one for the destination. Then I would group them as a group so that I can find the destination block easier in this example. You can have trillion different ways to assign the destination. You can create a new vector3 instead of using the position of the destination block, or you can find a vector3 location from a preset table, or you can randomize the location using map.random, etc. etc. All you need to remember is the destination is a vector3 input. As long as it is a vector3, it should have no problem calling the module function. Then we're going to put a script inside the teleporter and name it teleport. Before we can call the module, we need to tell the script where to find it. To do that, we need to get the ServerScriptService and then require the module script we want. Here I use the touch function to trigger the teleport, but you can also use proximity palm or GUI button, etc. Depends on what you need in your game. Then we're going to declare the variables and make sure you create debounds when you're using a touch function, because there could be multiple body parts touching the blocks at the same time. Then we're going to determine whoever touched the teleporter is a pair. If so, we're going to call the TeleportPlayer function using the pair and the destination.position. And we are done. Let's test it out. Now do you notice that I always face the same direction after teleport? By default, the character will always be facing front after CFrame. What if we want to have the character face to a certain direction after teleport? Then we will need to have another argument in the TeleportPlayer function to tell which way the pair is going to look at after teleport. So we go back to the module and create another function, then name it TeleportPlayerLookAt, with basically the same code but adding an extra argument of looked at. This will hold the vector3 position of what the pair gonna look at after teleport. And we also modify the script below. Instead of using CFrame.new, we're gonna use CFrame.lookAt. Now we go back and make a new set of parts and create an extra box for the pairs to look at. Then we modify the teleport script. Instead of calling the TeleportPlayer function, now we call the TeleportPlayerLookAt function with an extra argument of the lookAt position. You can see the difference of the two sets. The first set will always face the front, and the second set will face the lookAt block, depends on where you put the blocks at. This is all we're going to cover today. I will put these scripts in the description below, and I will see you guys next time.